Hey everybody, today's Ikea Rodulf desk assembly video. You get this in the two packages. The top is very light and those legs are very heavy, 19 kilos. It's a really completely different packaging. The package is really small, as you can see. It could fit vertically here without any problems. So, and let me open this one and let's take a look inside. Like the package don't come apart easily, it's glued together around this, so you either have to cut it very delicately because you don't want to mess this up, or you will just rip this apart. I prefer ripping it apart, and here's what's inside. You have the instruction booklet, which I will be going through on my own, some manuals, some on the safe 3 boxes, and here are the legs, and these are separate parts. These are the sides, what you have here. I will be using that later. I want to take out everything first. Here's the control board with cabling, that's just a power cable. Here's the switch at the front of the desk. Here we have the legs themselves. They are quite heavy. This is a set of screws and stuff like that. Everything you need to do the assembly. Here's the other leg. Here are the bottoms of the legs themselves. Here's the catch for your cables. And these will be used to hold both legs together and under the top. What you can see here is all that came in that small box. By the way, I will be using my own wrenches instead of these provided by Ikea. I mean, they are just not great and they will bend eventually. First you need to construct the parts that will connect the legs. And how you do this by inserting one of them inside, and as you can see here there is a tiny latch or something like this that will hold this in place. It is bent a little bit over here, so it will just fit in nice and snugly. And then you put the bolt with a little bit bolt part through this, and a nut on the other side, and screw this 2 parts down. Now to continue to the top, I have to screw those side panels to the top of the desk, and then if you're curious which way is the front, you'll be looking for those small holes there for mounting the switch to control the height of the desk. Here's how those plastic inserts look like. They are basically punching those riveted a little bit, let's say those triangle, they have a triangle shape on the outside. Inside a hole, so it will latch in. Once you screw this in, they basically are, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this notch inside. They will expand and fill the blank space inside. But if you use too much force, you will break those. They want you in the instruction to have them loose a little bit, so you don't want to bolt them down right now. And then put these on and screw those down too. But again, a little bit loose. It's all a little bit loose because now it's time to put in the legs. And here's exactly why. You have to put those legs a little bit over. They have a small notch, and as you can see, you should be able to align everything. To put in a bolt, remove those a little bit here, and I will be using these bolts again. So all 8 screws are in using my fingers, and now it's possible to use my Allen wrench to properly bolt this down. Now once the legs are firmly in place with the chassis itself, I can finally screw down those screws to the top of the desk properly. If you are using a cordless driller or anything like that, remember to set the clutch to the lowest position so it will just put the bolts in, but you should at the end screw them down yourself to have a feeling in that, because otherwise you may break those. Just an idea, if you'll be moving, all you have to do is remove those 4 on this side, 4 on this side, so 8 and 10. These are 2 additional ones. screws from the top, and you'll be able to remove it apart from the control that will be mounting later, but you can disconnect that control part or unscrew it too. And if you want to use a different top, all you have to do is put the screws on both sides and here to hold it properly together, and also put a control somewhere on the front, and then a control unit. Now we can put on the legs using those big bolts here. You just screw this in, and I fix them using a wrench. And now those adjustable bits of the legs, if you have uneven surface, these may come really handy. And now to the other side too. All you should have left are those 4 screws here, and make sure that you use those small ones to fix the switch to control the desk height. First I put the screws halfway and then make sure that it's all flush with the front of the top. I'll use last 2 screws to fix the control unit, but before that I'll have to decide on which side I will have most of my cables. In this instance on the right, where the switch is, on the right when you were looking from the bottom here, and it doesn't really matter how you connect this. I just put this to this side, so it's only have a single cable on this side. Once you have it in place, and well, preferably all connected if you want, you can screw this all down. The thing is, there are no pilot holes, so it's up to you to screw it down the way you like it. I'll try to keep it in the middle, however possible, and also at the end of this side, because I won't be putting any cables here. Now put your favorite extension cord and whatever you need, and start with cable management using this little cover. Now once you have the desk back on the feet, you have to press those 2 buttons for at least 8 seconds and keep holding them until it will move to the lowest position. This is because they cannot, ensure that it's all perfectly well from the factory, so I will do that right now. And now you're basically done. Oh yeah, and if you're thinking about using monitor clamp, that's that type of stand that articulates in any way, don't on this specific top. I mean this, I even put it on a cardboard. I just tried it and I saw that once I put the clamp down a little bit, the top started to bend a bit. So I think over time it will just break off. I even used those 2 pieces to put it above and below the top, but that didn't help at all. You can always replace the top, but if you want to use this IKEA top, it's back to the stand for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're curious about the functionality, you can check out my other video I made on this desk, and see you guys next time.